Explosive School of Professional Wrestling presents Neon Genesis Night 1. My name is Casey Hansen, and joining me this evening is Hayden Zenith.
Namaste to you, Casey Hansen. And right now we've got my young boy, Fasil Ali, in the ring with the big man himself, Dagger.
Well, it is Fasil Ali and Harry of the House of Free Spirits taking on two newcomers here to ESPW this evening. I believe it's Adonis the Dagger Matthews and Matty Riggs. Which one is the Dagger?
I believe it is the one that has the Dagger.
Dagger in the ring with Fasil. Collar on the elbow, tie up in the ring. The Dagger looking very strong. He's a very impressive young man, Hayden Zenith. What strategy have you come up with for the House of Free Spirits this evening?
Obviously we don't know too much about Simply the Best and specifically Dagger, but given his size and stature, I advise the boys that they need to work on their agility, try and get them off their feet, and they're doing a pretty good job here right now.
Well, and Enziguri has rocked the Dagger, and in comes the rising star Harry. Big running calf kick in the corner.
Here he comes off it, poetry in motion, drop kick into the corner onto Dagger. Harry now pulling him out, going for the cover. Only good for a 1 count, Casey.
Well, very interesting start. It's very difficult going against an unknown opposition, and especially two guys early on in their career. Not much footage to look, and that looks to be Matty Riggs gaining control along with the Dagger. These two young men have impressed me. House of Free Spirits, they've got a tough evening ahead of them.
They definitely do. Obviously, there's the size difference between the two teams. Harry and Fasil are the quick athletes in this match, but the big boys, you know, they although they lack the experience, their strength is something to be wary of. So
they look like athletic big men, and I do like manoeuvring Harry back into his own corner. I thought he was going to put him towards Fasil for a tag, but they have knocked Fasil off the apron. One hand on the chest. I'm not too sure about that. There could be a little bit of inexperience coming into play from the newcomer, Matty Riggs. It is absolutely different, so different, training to be a professional wrestler and getting in there for your very first match. You don't get time to roll out the ring, have a break, have a drink. It is all action in that ring.
You're 100% right, and that inexperience, you know, like even this cover right here, only gently pressing down on the shoulders. As time goes on, you would hope that these two young athletes will be able to sharpen the things up, like such as their pins, more effective kicks and stuff like that. But a bit of hair pulling going on here. They're
looking very athletic indeed. They look very, very comfortable between those ropes. A couple of minor things. Backbreaker to Harry.
Here it comes.
The Dagger elbow right to the chin of poor Harry. Harry could be done, and Harry's looking in trouble, but looks to have recovered. He suffered a very big defeat at the hands of Elijah Henry at the back end of the year, and I believe that was due to a sneak attack from Elijah Henry. I have a feeling that Harry was not at 100% when he faced Elijah Henry.
No, he wasn't at 100%. He'd only just come off his injury to his arm, along with the injury that he suffered from Elijah Henry. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I advised Harry that it was not a smart idea, that he needed more time to prepare and get ready for that match. But the one thing that Harry has that a lot of people do not have is heart, and
absolutely
he definitely pushed through. And here we go, showing some heart. Big Enziguri. Here it comes, tag. In comes Fasil Ali. Forearm, another forearm. He's winding him up, hitting the ropes, duck the line, off he comes, crossbody, into a DDT, Casey.
A double DDT, Hayden Zenith. This could be the victory for the House of Free Spirits. Trying to get on a little bit of a roll yourself, Hayden Zenith, the 2024 Invitational Champion. Congratulations. And looking for the rest of the Free Spirits to continue their winning ways. We have the Great George, who's the Coastal Champion. Fasil's been flipped off the top rope.
Big time fall right there, but as you can see, the inexperience by Riggs here, not capitalising on that moment. Harry coming in and getting taken to the corner, and now they're just beating him down, and the referee needs to bring order back into this match, but here we are.
Thrown into the outside, Riggs in control. Fineman's carry lift. Elbow in the head, that can rock you. You cannot know where you are. Knocks the Dagger off the apron.
Here comes the King's Pin! King's Pin for the win! pin.
Folded arms. Hayden Zenith, your House of Free Spirits have got the victory over Simply the Best to a simply second best this evening. And it is Fasil and Harry that are victorious. What are your thoughts?
I'm very proud of my boys. Obviously, they got a lot of heart. They fought as best they could. And, you know, although I don't like the idea of Fasil relying on the King's pin, the one thing that we do know is that within the House of Free Spirits, that pin has never been kicked out of. So that is always something that can be fall back onto. But it would be nice to see, you know, going about a little different way.
Well, the victory tonight for the House of Free Spirits, Simply the Best, did not see that. Hang on. It's Jay Taylor coming to the ring, the Prince of Perth.
Yeah,
what's he doing here?
I wonder what he's got to say.
Well, I think we weren't expecting Jay Taylor.
We definitely were not.
That is true. That is true. I mean, look at you guys. You kind of wish you would look like that, brother. Anyone here would like to look like them instead of you. Look at you guys are big, you're jacked. And you just lost. That's alright, that's alright. I do not blame you. I do not blame you guys. You guys just lack the experience. It's like a bit of guidance. These guys lack leadership. Just ignore these losers, they're just jealous. So I would like to extend an invitation to come join the leadership. Yes, you know what? I guess I'll hold on a little second. You see, I'm just about to have a match. So I'd like you two to sit down over there, watch and learn, and I'll get your answer after. How's that sound?
Well, this is a massive development for these two young men. Jay Taylor.
Yeah, he's offered Simply the Best an opportunity to watch his upcoming match and maybe join forces with Jay Taylor.
Yeah, be a part of the leadership. And here we are.
Lucas Fantasia making his way to the ring for his match against Jay Taylor. Had a difficult end to 2024 with a breakup of the hit squad with Mikey Broderick, looking to start 2025 on a roll.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully he can pick up the momentum that he's lost. He's such an incredible athlete. You know, he's got such a bright future ahead of him, but he has to get those wheels rolling again.
Well, former tag team champion, now looking to compete in the singles division, going against a very, very experienced competitor in Jay Taylor, making his debut all the way back in 2005, a 19-year veteran of explosive pro wrestling.
Absolutely incredible. You know, back when I first started, Jay Taylor was one of my trainers, and you know, even back then, you know, back in 2008, 2009, he was one of the best in Perth, and all these years later, nothing has changed.
And you might not like Jay Taylor, and I have said this in the past as well, you might not like him, the fans might not like him, but he is one of the most underrated wrestlers in explosive pro wrestling. Such a long tenure, and I think there's been a little bit of dissension in the locker room leadership program. It's Jay Taylor, Rogan Kargas, Mr. Thompson. So there seems to be a little bit of a power struggle in the locker room leadership program. Who really is the leader? We're not really sure at the moment. Mr. Thompson was making a lot of noise. Rogan Kargas, former Coastal champion. So all three kind of trying to position themselves as the top guy in the locker room leadership program. So Jay Taylor's scouted Simply the Best. I think he's liked what he's seen against the House of Free Spirits, and well, the two young fellas, they could do worse than joining Jay Taylor, but they're going to watch this matchup and have a think about it. They're right in front of the commentary table here.
I think, just touching on what you mentioned before, like who is the leader of the leadership locker room program, it's, Jay Taylor, really, with all of the experience and what have you, he is definitely, in my eyes, would be the leader of the locker room leadership program.
It's a tongue twister.
It sure is. And look at this, the technical ability of Jay Taylor, manipulating the wrist and the shoulder right here. We know that Fantasia has had a hurt shoulder after the match with Mikey Broderick, and it's very intelligent of Jay Taylor focusing and targeting that body part. Look at this, a little bit of British wrestling here, Casey.
A little bit of disdain going up on the ropes, thinking that he is absolutely number one, and he's not endearing himself to a single person here in the Malaga Dome this evening. It is all about Jay Taylor. Jay Taylor's about Jay Taylor. Maybe that's why Rogan Cargus and Mr. Thompson have had half an eye on that top spot in the leadership program.
Indeed. As we can see now, I think the pace is starting to slow down. The filling out process is finished, and I think the match really is about to start kicking off. Nice lock up here. Bit of a struggle for power, going back to the arm. So that left arm, indeed. Wrist lock.
Jay Taylor will have the power and perhaps a little bit of the technical advantage, but Fantasia with the speed as he whips Taylor through. Seems to have a slight hamstring issue.
Yep, I don't know if shaking your butt and slapping it's going to win you the match, but it's definitely a good way to get inside of Jay Taylor's head right now.
I think there's a little retort to Taylor's relaxation on the top rope. He's frustrated Taylor, and perhaps the little shake of the rump has started to frustrate Taylor. He's gone not for a lock-up, but into a headlock, a commanding headlock, shoot off the side.
Oh, switch
Taylor
around.
Sliding through. This match is absolutely quick. Don't look away. Tilt-a-whirl, head scissors.
Beautiful head scissors right now. Now he's going to capitalise, maintain this momentum. Flying forearm into the corner. Snapmare rolls through.
In stereo drop kick too.
And what a beautiful drop kick that is. But
Taylor, was that a 1 count or a 0 count? It looks like referee Robbie Armstrong in there officiating the 0 count. Did not even have to count. He's counting Jay Taylor on the outside. He's up to a 2 count. It looks to be Jay Taylor could be looking for his own singles gold in 2025. He has been a former tag team champion in the past, but is it that elusive singles championship he could be looking for, getting himself in the singles division?
The rumour has it that he's wanting to put his eyes on the ESPW Pride Championship. But I guess, a match like this here, this could really put him into contention for a future opportunity against someone like Lucas Fantasia. And here we go. Oh my goodness, that snap of that neck as his back hit the apron there. My goodness.
I mean, you don't just get our newer competitors here in the explosive school of professional wrestling, but you get someone with 20 years of experience like Jay Taylor, and someone who's experienced as well in Lucas Fantasia. An absolutely great matchup for you this evening. Our second match of Neon Genesis. We've got 2 full nights of action, so stay with us on the YouTube. If you haven't flicked a quick like or comment down the bottom or subscribe, please subscribe now. It's all you have to do. Click the button. You'll get all the shows. You'll get to see these awesome matches from the ESPW superstars, from the EPW superstars, and we have interstate guests and international visitors all the time as Jay Taylor is well in control with a backbreaker. It's not always pretty from Jay Taylor, but it is efficient and he gets the job done.
Definitely his experience here is starting to shine, beating down with some aggressive stomps here on Lucas Fantasia, bringing him back to the center, but Fantasia does not quit, but again, Jay Taylor overpowering Fantasia. Big kick to the gut. Targeting
multiple body parts of Fantasia as well. Targeting the head, targeting the lower back, wrenching back, in control. If you look at the veteran instincts of Jay Taylor, he has that knee in the lower spine of not Mikey Broderick, that's who he was beaten up by, but Lucas Fantasia. The hit squad's still in my head, hopefully not in Lucas Fantasia's anymore. As he's fighting his way out.
Riding up through the cravat, goes for a scoop slam. Beautiful scoop slam.
Just like I said before, it's not always the most high-flying manoeuvres. That's just a simple body slam, but it's put Fantasia back on the mat. A hard whip to the corner. Eats nothing in the corner. Could have winded himself, could have damaged parts of his anatomy you don't want damaged.
Definitely don't want to do an X-Pac, and as he comes back through. Oh, atomic drop.
Could be a trip to the hospital. Fantasia has spotted an opening.
but he has to capitalise. The momentum slowed down, but here he comes flying forearm. Looks like he's making himself a comeback and a second.
Simply the best, keeping their eyes on this matchup. A lot riding on it for both Jay Taylor and Lucas Fantasia. Lucas Fantasia going down to Mikey Broderick, so would like to return with a victory here. And as for Jay Taylor, he wants to kick off 2025 with a win on the board.
Drop kick off the second rope. Absolutely spectacular. Goes for the cover. Robbie Armstrong too. And Robbie says it is only a 2 count.
Just a 2 count. An absolutely scorching evening here this evening. The pictures do not do it justice just how hot it is in this arena. It is January. We are in Perth, Western Australia, and it is an absolute scorcher.
42 outside. God knows how hot it is in here. Oh, pulls Robbie Armstrong into the way. He's hurt his knee.
He's hurt almost every body part. Jay Taylor has targeted the entire body.
Whoa. What do you call that?
Well, a power slam into a version of a face buster, and that is Jay Taylor's victory. That's what that is called. Jay Taylor has emerged victorious over Lucas Fantasia, and I can only say, well, it was about 50-50 in my books, but a very, very important win for Jay Taylor. Simply the best. Adonis the Dagger Matthews and Matty Riggs have been watching on just in front of the commentary table. Have they been impressed enough? Has Jay Taylor done enough to secure these two young athletic big men by his side or not? He's calling them in the ring. We may be about to find out, Hayden Zenith.
Yeah, I think so. Here they come, and I can see them smiling and nodding, and they look like they're taking a lot of mental notes as they're watching this match. They certainly must be impressed with what they've just seen.
Well, the thing is for Jay Taylor is he kind of laid out the challenge that he was going to be victorious. He had to back it up, and he did. The hand is outstretched.
Well, they accept.
Rick shakes his hand. Matthew shakes his hand. It looks like we've got some new members of the Locker Room Leadership Program.
It seems to be the way, and I guess if you want to be simply the best, you need a mentor just like Jay Taylor to shoot you straight to the top. Absolutely impressive victory here by Jay Taylor.
This could be a trio we're going to see a lot more in 2025. Jay Taylor and simply the best.
I believe so.
Our next matchup this evening sees Solomon Blackwell taking on Dylan Black. Hayden Zenith, what can you tell me about Solomon Blackwell and also Dylan Black?
Oh, Solomon Blackwell is one of the most proficient technical wrestlers in all of Australian wrestling, and far beyond his years. He's only been an active competitor in professional wrestling since 2021, I believe, yet he has taken the nation by storm. And here we go, big shoulder tackle by Solomon.
Could be over early. Solomon Blackwell had an absolutely outstanding 2024, created his own specialised match type, which we did see in ESPW on occasion, called the Pen. And if you listen to this rundown, these were the superstars he defeated inside the Pen. So he defeated Mr. Thompson, he defeated Dustin Connors, Delcano, Crypto Bro LK, Davis Storm, and Damien Slater at Reawakening.
That's an impressive list. It's a mixture of some of the best technical wrestlers, veterans within Australian wrestling and internationally in Singapore with LK, Crypto, and what a shoulder tackle we just see now by Solomon Blackwell. And Casey, not too many people know a lot about this Dylan Black here. Earlier on in 2024, it became clear that he was having an alliance of some sort with Blake Walker, and as the year carried on, we saw a Date with Destiny.
That chop
my goodness.
Rocked my knees.
Taking the wind out of him, oh my goodness. But Delcano has definitely recruited Dylan Black as a part of his posse. We don't know what this group is called, but I think it is actually a really intelligent move by Delcano, because having someone like Dylan Black can make sure and ensure that you can, walk out with the victory, and that's how we saw him win that #1 contendership for the ESPW Pride titles, a direct consequence to the actions of Dylan Black.
Delcano is the #1 contender for the Pride Championship, but more on Dylan Black. He is known as the Dilf. Damn, I like fighting, so he does enjoy being between these ropes. He's got his work cut out. That could be a submission, but it's in the ropes by Solomon Blackwell, and I think his group with Delcano is just the people that have paid Blake Walker, and his fee is a gun for hire. His fee has gone up and up and up every single show. So Delcano was paid him a bit later in the year, but Dylan Black was one of the first to pay Blake Walker and secure his services. We did see Dylan Black as well in the Invitational Tournament, and since he's come back from the Invitational Tournament, it seems to be a slightly hardened Dylan Black. He's been back training very hard. He's looked very impressive here against Solomon Blackwell.
Definitely has looked very impressive, and I don't like correcting people, but it was actually the Rising Star Cup tournament, not the Invitational Tournament, but nonetheless just as important, because the Rising Star Cup is a showcase of the next generation of EPW wrestlers. And what a super kick here we just seen from Dylan Black, really capitalising ever since he did that hot shot on the ropes to Solomon Blackwell.
Referee Jared Stiles counting the two. It's because I have the 2024 Invitational Champion sitting alongside me. It gets a little bit confusing. Yes, the Rising Star Cup tournament, which was won by Harry as part of the House of Free Spirits back on June the 1st, Survival of the Fittest. What a show that was. Check that out on the YouTube. Dylan Black with a DDT. He could have Solomon Blackwell defeated. This would be a massive upset.
Whoa,
An
big
upset,
kick out.
but I think Dylan Black believes in himself that he can defeat Solomon Blackwell. Solomon Blackwell has just been in the ring with Damian Slater and Davis Storm, and what a feather in the cap will be of Dylan Black to defeat Solomon Blackwell. Shoot him into the stratosphere.
A massive feather on the cap, and to be quite honest, the fact that he has lasted so far, almost 4 minutes of this match with Solomon Blackwell has really surprised me. I was not expecting to see Solomon struggling to get to his feet at this point of the match, but here we are.
Well, this match has felt about 50-50 from both competitors. I definitely thought Solomon Blackwell will be in control. He's back in control now. Rapid strikes, spinning palm strike. Dylan Black reversing. Dylan Black seems to have an answer, but not to the running clothesline. He seems to have a lot of answer to Solomon Blackwell's offense. Spinning through. Elbow, his strikes are so fast, you don't know where you're going to get hit.
Oh my goodness, what is that? I've never seen a neck breaker quite like that before.
I think he's watched early.
Oh, that's a close call by Jared Stiles.
Looked like a version of the Regal Cutter, which he might have been watching some 90s footage and added that to his arsenal. A very devastating maneuver.
Solomon gearing up to take it into the corner.
Hang on, if he hits this, that's what knocked Mr. Thompson out in the pen, and Mr. Thompson was upside down, hanging from the middle rope.
Backbreaker.
Dylan Black looks to be unconscious. The fortitude from Dylan Black, I've been very impressed with this young man. Damn, he does like fighting indeed. This was probably looked like a one-sided match on paper, but it's probably more 60-40 now, but Dylan Black is hanging in there, and he could cause an upset.
He definitely could.
Unless... Oh, the knockout forearm, not anymore. Winviz says 0. That's all she wrote.
We've seen people get knocked out cold, and once again we have seen it happen. And Solomon Blackwell scoring the victory here. Very, very impressive showing by Dylan Black. If I was Dylan Black, I would be very happy with how I competed against someone quite like
Except they've renamed him the Dill Stam. I like sleeping after that because he has been knocked unconscious by the Son of God, Solomon Blackwell. He has ice in his veins, Hayden Zenith. What a role he's been on.
An incredible role and an incredible 2025 ahead of him.
Match this evening sees the Fremantle Alpha Taylor King taking on the king of the emos, James Hartness.
Someone I'm getting to know really well, and Jesse Lambert's here.
Hey, Jesse making his way out. We've seen Taylor King and Jesse Lambert team up together. They've also they were challenging.
Bud, there you go, Jesse. Hey, bud.
We've also seen both Jesse Lambert and Taylor King challenge for the EPW Championship at Reawakening. Had a little bit of a miscommunication during that matchup as well. So are they getting on? Who knows? Are they, like brothers fighting a little bit? We're not quite sure at the moment.
Well, after what's happened at Reawakening, I think it is pretty clear that, Taylor is very strong in his convictions that Jesse Lambert has kind of been screwing him over, like he's kind of, I think like he thought he was his friend, but he feels like the actions of Jesse Lambert haven't quite matched up to what he thought the friendship was. And would you say that's right there, Jesse? Jesse agrees. And, you know, obviously no longer brothers anymore, but James Hartness, let's just talk about Big Jim for a little second, or should I call him Slim Jim? This man has gotten himself into absolutely incredible shape, you know, leading up to his match with the retirement of Tyler FN Carnage Jacobs. And, you know, we're going to get to know each other a little bit this year, because I've just found out today, actually, that it's going to be a tag team match.
On Summer's Night?
On Summer's Night, it'll be me and James Hartness against TMDK's Untouchables, which for those who, I don't know how you couldn't know, but that's Marcus Pitt and Damien Slayer, and what a tackle by Big Jim right here with the flex.
Looks like another person who's kind of eyeing that EPW championship as well, along with yourself, Hayden Zenith, along with so many other people here in EPW looking for an opportunity. Taylor King, Jesse Lambert. I mean, just flicking the script just for a moment, it was Taylor King who became EPW championship back at the end of 2023, just 70 days as champion before hurting his knee and having to relinquish that championship. And then it was the Miracle in Marrow, Jesse Lambert, who kind of stepped into Taylor King's spot, you might say, and became EPW champion. So Taylor King has been trying to regain the EPW championship, unsuccessful on a couple of occasions. Jesse Lambert, the most unlikely EPW champion in history, he's looking to regain the championship. You got yourself, you got James Hartness. All signs point to the top.
There's a lot of people in the mix, but dare I say that, you know, Taylor King and Jesse Lambert going to have to focus on each other for the time being before they can refocus on the EPW Championship. And I guess that's a perfect opportunity for myself and James Hartness. I know Big Jim's made it really, really clear that he doesn't really care about the fact that I've won the Invitational Tournament. Obviously, he's told me he's happy for me, but, you know, he's not going to wait his turn, you know, whereas for me, I'm actually willing to wait, because the best thing about the Invitational Tournament is you get to call your shot for the title anytime, any place, and me being who I am going to call my shot in advance, so I'm not going to just do a random cash in or anything of that nature. But Jim,
any you know, advance for these fans watching when you might be cashing in? The opportunity. A scoop here this evening.
You want a scoop? All right,
Neon Genesis.
Here's your scoop. Let me get through Hot Summer's Night, kind of get an idea of where I kind of stand up against Marcus Pitt. If I feel confident with you know, how I performed in that match, and you know, how I've kind of gone up against Marcus Pitt, then maybe very earlier on, maybe the next show or two after that, I might call my shot then. But, you know, if there's work to be done, maybe in the second half of the year, maybe I'll wait till Reawakening. Who knows?
Well, who knows? It looks like we got Taylor King and James Hartness as well, and perhaps, you know, the winner of this match will be pointing themselves closer to the top of that EPW Championship opportunity, and that's just my opinion. But
Shades of Mikey Nichols, but gets reversed into the crucifix pin. Oh, just a 2 count. I actually thought that was going to be done for a second.
But very important as well. You do not want to begin the year without a victory here. But these two, you can't claim an EPW Championship a match if you're on the losing end here this evening.
Yeah, well, that's
huge
true.
At Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, losers don't get championship opportunities, that's for sure.
So we have, you know, we have James Hartness, who's just had Tyler Effen Jacobs' last match. He was victorious. We have Taylor King, who was in the main event of Reawakening, and really these two are facing each other. Huge stakes on the line. We've got Jesse Lambert. He's bugging us. Go away, Jesse. Jesse's right here. He's getting pretty close. I think he likes the commentary table. He's eyeing it off. Who knows? But a huge, I mean, this is the explosive school of professional wrestling. We have two of the very top wrestlers here in EPW facing each other. There's a lot of stakes on the line here. Massive
stakes. And,
King with a headbutt.
Oh,
the Fremantle headbutt. I think it's called the Fremantle
Rebound,
kiss.
goes for the lariat, gets picked up, goes for the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Throws him. What strength. And Taylor King is one strong individual. He's called the Frio Alpha for a reason. He should be called the Frio Strongman.
Even after his knee injury, he's already back squatting 170 kilos. I saw a video the other day, and I could not believe it. That's some sort of John Cena-esque recovery that
I mean, he is all, he's like an action man. You ever have an action? He reminds me. He is just all muscle, all strength, all speed. There's not many weaknesses in Taylor King.
pretty sure there was a 1987 edition of Action Man that was a wrestler. And yeah, it does look quite similar to Taylor King.
It's kind of you create your ultimate wrestler. It could be Taylor King, but if you're a little bit alternative, your wrestler could be James Hartness, who's a little bit unorthodox, a little bit unusual, but seems to always find a way in that ring. He finds he can throw you off your game and has some devastating maneuvers.
One of the hardest hitters in EPW is James Hartness, knocking Taylor King down to his knee. But he's charging up. Oh, big forearm.
I think James Hartness's strength as well is his ability to absorb punishment. He does dish out punishment, but he can take more punishment than almost anyone on the entire roster.
And we saw that at Reawakening in his match against FN Carnage, and huge chop, my goodness. Yeah, anyone knows me, I don't like a good old chop, especially from someone like Big Jim. Putting the pressure on him in the corner, knocking out all that wind. And again, as we mentioned earlier, the heat in this building when you're trying to catch your breath, oh my goodness.
You get chopped in the chest. Not only does it sting, it takes the breath out of you. That is just hard flesh on flesh.
Whoa, Taylor King moves out of the way. Needs to capitalise, charges back in. Huge lariat into the corner.
Another lariat.
And another.
Lariat. 4, 5. Elbows.
At what point do we start calling him Stan Hansen? That's my question.
He is just throwing them left, right, and centre. Don't worry about where they're going. Lariat back from Hartness.
He charges the ropes, big back elbow
to the chin. That has rocked.
Killing the momentum, but here comes James Hartness with his own.
These are elbows to the chin. Every single time it is an elbow to the chin.
Says to me that they're looking for a knockout over anything else. Here he comes off, ducks the line, comes off. Oh, taken to the outside.
Over the top rope and into the front row.
Taylor scurrying away and taking it. Is he? He's
having a sit down. He's having a rest. I mean, I'm almost out of breath here just with the heat, and I'm just sitting down with you here, Hayden, let alone trying to wrestle a match in the ring, 40 degrees. It is hot. These two have thrown everything at each other. There's a lot on the line. They're eyeing off that EPW championship. Where's he going? James Hartness over the rope.
Oh, cannonball!
Taylor King is out on the floor.
That's a high-risk piece of offense right there, not only for the wrestlers, but the fans as well.
If I was James Hartness, I might have ducked outside to get a bit of fresh air, cool down just for a second, but he's straight back on Taylor King.
You got 10 seconds, you know.
I mean, we're sold out. I mean, we probably could open the door, get some air in here, but it is hot tonight. It's going to be even hotter at Hot Summer's Night. A press, come up, who's that referee? Jared Styles, get down there. Hang on. There's no what I haven't really seen that from Taylor King before. I don't know if you have, like, just to bend the rules just slightly.
Oh, it's been quite a few years since I've seen him go down to the cheating ways, but you know, and
he's
a
kicked
low
the rope.
blow.
The
Goodness.
Taylor,
you are better than that. Absolutely, he is better than that.
Well,
to see him resorting to these means, you know, to try and get on top of James Hartness is so disappointing. Taylor knows how much I think of him. And like, just to see him behaving in such a way is such a disappointment. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Yes, I know.
He's talking to you.
He's eyeing up Jesse Lambert as well. I think he's getting frustrated at he can't get the job done. Jesse Lambert is frustrating him. He's kind of flicked back a few years, anything he can do. And Hayden Zenith, this is what happens when you can see that gleaming prize, the top prize. You know it yourself. You can see it shining there in the distance, the EPW Championship. You will do anything. Hang on, Jesse Lambert, he's on the apron. Taylor King's got the ring bell. Jesse Lambert's taking the ring bell off him. He's preventing Taylor King from cheating. He's saying, you're better than this, Taylor King. They're fighting over the bell.
Oh, huge forearm. Hartness is going to capitalise on this. He's going to lift him up, and I think we all know what we're about to see. GTS!
Taylor King is unconscious. You can count to 1,000. And Hartness is victorious. James Hartness picks up the win. It's going to be your tag team partner at Hot Summer's Night, February 8th. But James Hartness defeats Taylor King, and Taylor King seemed to have all sorts of issues towards the end of that match, using a low blow, trying to use the ring ropes, trying to use the ring bell. Jesse Lambert has, I can only say, Jesse Lambert has cost Taylor King this matchup.
I think Taylor King has cost this matchup for his own self. Had he not tried to cheat, go like about business in a different way, maybe he could have actually scored the victory if he'd done things the right way. But the thing is, when the pressure's on and you know, you're looking for people to blame, it makes a coward out of anyone, and it's definitely done. Oh, a shake of the hand.
Shaking hands. I think Taylor King seems to have respect for James Hartness, but I'm not sure he shares that same respect for Jesse Lambert.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's just for show.
February 8th, hot summer's night. You want to keep ducking me? Don't worry, I made it official. Jesse Lambert versus Taylor King, one-on-one.
The challenge is laid down. Jesse Lambert versus Taylor King.
Think of a new excuse when I beat you. 1, 2, 3. So buckle up.
Hot summer's night, February 8th. Jesse Lambert versus Taylor King. Hayden Zenith, what are your thoughts?
Taylor King's going to get it out of his own head if he thinks he's got any chance of beating Jesse Lambert.
Ultra. Hayden Zenith, are you ready for Ultra?
I'm ready for Ultra, Casey Hansen, and Ultra, for those who don't know, is a division that is exclusive to 100 kilos plus or 6 foot plus, and these two men are firing shots immediately, which is something you can only expect from Ultra.
And for Blake Walker, he meets both the criteria. Almost all our superstars here meet the criteria. Hang on, what's Manu doing? He's flying through the ropes. Hang on, Blake Walker caught him.
My goodness, suicide dive caught Manu. A man of that size, Blake Walker, showing why he is the gun for hire, but Manu
at least 240 pounds, and I think Blake Walker's 260, 270, and he just caught the flying Manu missile in mid-air. Now, every single time we have seen Ultra, I believe it's our 4th Ultra match, it has raised the bar every single show. Every time we see Ultra, it has blown the house down here this evening in our sold-out crowd here in Malaga.
And it's, you know, Blake Walker is in contention along with Axon as being the 2 top Ultra competitors. Those two men have really displayed their athletic means and everything that it means to be a part of Ultra. And Manu, though, you know, although he's new and he's only just made his debut in the last year, I mean, geez, he's a lot like Solomon Blackwell, where, you know, he's far beyond his years.
Well, I think he is a contender to be the most improved in 2024, at least in my books. If Casey Hansen has a vote, Manu would be right up there at top. He's absolutely explosive. He's eating the boot to the face by Blake Walker. He's the gun for hire. It's the boot to the face. What's happened to Manu? This is our 4th Ultra match. Axton and Manu kicked it off. We had Dex Van Diemen and Eris Mariner and Felix Young and Blake Walker. So for both of these competitors, they're in their 2nd Ultra match. So they've been here before. They know what Ultra's about. Hopefully these fans know what it's about. And if you're watching on the YouTube, you're going to know what it's about after this match is over.
Surely at some point there is going to be someone who is Ultra.
The ultimate Ultra is what you're saying, Hayden.
The ultimate Ultra, you know.
This is a division you don't see anywhere else in the world. This is an ESPW exclusive. This isn't a division that's been found somewhere else and brought here. This is Explosive Pro Wrestling, the Explosive School of Pro Wrestling, exclusive division, the Ultra division. You will only find it here at ESPW. Manu Katoa as well had a great 2024. He did win the Super Smash Royale at Game Over Night 2 and went on to challenge Trent O'Day for the Queensland Openweight Championship. So some great opportunities happening for Manu, and as really wants to have this division, the Ultra division, centred around Manu. When you think of the word Ultra, you want to think Manu Katoa.
Absolutely. Blake Walker slowing down the pace, but Manu shows no quit. Two big right hands, but Blake Walker cuts him down, elbow into the corner. And once again, he controls the pace.
And although Blake Walker's entered himself into Ultra, he's still a gun for hire. And every single show, we saw his fee getting higher and higher and higher. If I have a problem, I was going to go to Blake Walker. I definitely don't have the money anymore to hire Blake Walker. His fee, astronomical. It's gone way beyond the rate of inflation. That lariat has taken Manu's head off.
Absolutely turned him inside out. Now he goes for the cover. Maybe took a little bit too long to go for that pin. Maybe the match, that could have been it had he capitalised a lot quicker. But
and I think as well we may need to have a little look at Delcano's accountant, because I'm not sure how is he affording Blake Walker time after time after time. He must have some funds stashed away we don't know about.
Who knows? Maybe Dylan Blake's his money guy.
Maybe. There's money coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know, point them in my direction, please, Hayden Zenith, and maybe towards both of us, because I don't know if you can afford Blake Walker, but I definitely can't.
I can afford it if we can use some sort of payment service, you know, split it into 4. Here we go, Blake Walker with the body slam. Oh,
huge
move of the night. Big body slam, but again, Blake Walker just...
When you're Ultra, a body slam is so devastating. You're up higher than you are normally. You're getting slammed harder. I'm always worried about the integrity of the ring in these Ultra matches. We have protocols in place where we send a ring crew underneath the ring before Ultra to test the ring, and then after Ultra again, we've got to send the ring crew back in there to make sure that the ring is fine for the rest of the show.
Absolutely, because you know, these two, we're not used to having men of this size doing, you know, the athletics, you know, manoeuvres that we see. That is something you only really ever see in Ultra.
Well, it seems to flick a switch in Ultra as well, where short lariat. That is just a short clothesline, a short lariat, and he has absolutely leathered Manu. There seems to be something that goes on inside these competitors. When the match is Ultra, as another huge clothesline takes down Manu, these competitors seem to think they've got to go above and beyond and just do manoeuvres that are not normally in their arsenal. They've got to really pull things out of the bag to make this Ultra division amazing. It's like they want to prove to the whole roster that Ultra is the place to be. Manu, what strength? That's 270 pounds on his shoulders.
With you know, with Ultra, you know, although there are limits when it comes to height and weight, there is no limits to what these wrestlers can do. And as you can see, massive DDT by Blake Walker. But again, he needs to go for that cover if he wants to win this match. And here we go. Shoots the half, brings him over.
It is over 40 degrees here this evening. It's hot. It looks like Manu was going for a spine buster, and somehow, some way, I don't even understand how Blake Walker countered that into a DDT. That was incredible.
Absolutely insane from a man of that size. Arguing with Robbie Armstrong here as Blake Walker. Really, he needs to keep his eyes on Manu Katoa, because, you know, if he gives him enough time to rest, that could call for the end of Blake Walker here. Oh, kitchen sink. Taking the wind out of Manu Katoa here.
Look at those big, thick boots of Blake Walker as well, kicking you in the ribs. It's such a hot evening. Breaths are going to be coming short for Manu. I mean, this match has been going a fair amount of time as well for two such large individuals. Is there a time limit here in this Ultra division?
In Ultra, as far as I know, there is no limit when it comes to how long these matches can go. Really, Ultra is about how long can you hang in there before you just can't go anymore.
Samoan drop!
Massive move here by Katoa, changing the winds of the momentum in his favour.
He's got something in his mind. He's backed into the corner. He chose not to go for a pin, which only goes to show he's got something else going through his head. He's sizing up Walker.
Crowd getting behind Manu.
Lariat.
Big clothesline.
Walker doesn't go down. Walker stayed on his feet. Splash. The man from New Zealand, Manu Katoa.
gets another massive, but he's still on his feet. But here we go, he's going to pick him up. What could we see? Look at that,
Looks
he picks him up
to be
like a feather. Power slam!
Eat your heart out, Bulldog. Manu, hang on. He's pointing at the EPW logo on the top turnbuckle for reasons I don't understand.
Maybe he wants to prove a point that he is ultra. He's going to go up top, and we know Manu is known for his incredible top rope feats.
Trying to cement his legacy, the Manu salts.
Walker had just enough time to get his wherewithal rolls out of the way, but you can see that the heat and this incredible offense here from Manu was just getting the better of, well, really both men.
Well, if you've ever been winded, it's hard enough to get your breath back, let alone being in the middle of not only a wrestling match, but in the middle of an ultra match as well against a giant opponent.
Oh, here he goes for the sidewalker.
Sidewalk slam. Manu very smartly rolled to his front. I don't know if you spotted that, Hayden Zev, as a connoisseur of professional wrestling yourself. He did not lie on his back waiting for an opportunity to be bit. Here it is. Here's the sidewalker by Blake Walker. Slammed all the wind out of Manu. This should be all. Robbie Armstrong counts the draw. Hang on.
Oh, that was a very, very close call right there. That could have been 3.
Manu just getting the shoulder up in time.
Robbie Armstrong, you know, he's such an efficient referee that, you know, that could have easily been a 3, but just at that very last microsecond, Manu got that shoulder up, and he looks like he's in struggle town right now.
He's in deep trouble. Knee to the back. He still looks out of breath. He's very close to the ropes.
Yeah, he's got him in the militant clutch, and he's fading away. We can't see it too well from here, but you know, we can't really see too much movement from where we're sitting.
Just see the huge body of Blake Walker. Just see his huge frame blocking. I think Robbie Armstrong's in a good position though. I think he's counting the arm. If it's 3 arms, then the match is over.
Whoa.
Hang on, has his hand hit the mat?
No, it hasn't. No, he's got the bottom rope.
Can just see he's got to the rope, Manu. This has been an absolutely incredible match. Hayden Zenith Ultra is delivering again.
I didn't think it could get any hotter in this building, but geez, with these two tearing up the ring, they are setting it on fire. And Manu sitting in the bottom corner.
What is going on? Zenith, we might need to bulk you up, get you in the Ultra division.
Oh, I could have qualified a few years ago, but I don't think I want to get into the ring with these big boys.
Oh, hang on. What is Blake Walker doing? Hang on, Manu, to the top rope. He's leapt to the top rope. He's been pushed off. He's landed on his shoulder. What is going on? He's back to the top. How is he up?
Oh my goodness!
Belly to belly overhead suplex from Manu.
Shades of Scott Steiner.
270 pounds.
Both these men, you can see, are absolutely exhausted. The heat, the punishment that these two men have taken from one another has just become all too much. Let's hope they can reach the count at 10.
I know it's a 133 and 1/3% chance of an amazing match when Ultra is sent out in ESPW.
But there is that 1% chance that they will get back to their feet, and look, odds are...
Oh, head to head, right hand from Manu. He's saying, come on, give me more. Blake Walker.
Oh, straight to the throat. Come on, Robbie Armstrong. Surely this length of time meant the chokehold, but no, breaks it up. Headbutt!
To the chin. That was right to the chin. That can glass jaw you. That can knock you out. Death Valley Driver.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
And
He's done it.
The Manu driver gets the job done. This young man is victorious once again in Ultra.
And on night 1 of Neon Genesis, yes, it is guaranteed because of this result that this man on this night is Ultra.
Well, Manu, he is receiving the adulation. It's an ovation. I don't know if it's the crowd are clapping. What an amazing match between Manu and Blake Walker. And we are only halfway through our show this evening, and we're only halfway through day 1 of 2 nights. in the ring, we have the Star Goddess Stella Nyx taking on the very unusual Twitch.
Not just unusual, but undefeated in 2024 is Twitch. He's went from never winning himself a match to having one of the best years he's ever had in professional wrestling. Over 13 years he's been in the business. Could barely scratch a win, and then last year...
Undefeated. Now, I know this may not sound like the most impressive record of all time, but he had 4 matches. He vanishes from time to time. He's so unusual. Twitch, you'll see Twitch, he'll vanish, he'll come back. Twitch won 3 matches, including defeating Riley Parker and Eris Mariner, and they have one no contest in there as well, but nobody pinned Twitch in the entirety of 2024.
Absolutely insane. And
I think he's going for a hug on Stella Nyx, and I just remember Twitch was so kind. It was Riley Parker's birthday. He bought him cupcakes. He accidentally spat on the cupcake and fed it to Riley Parker. I was wanting a cupcake. I didn't get one. You never know what's going to happen in a Twitch match.
The good thing about that is the ring canvas got a nice deep clean after that.
And it was by Twitch. He cleaned the ring himself.
Yeah.
We tried to get the ring crew out there. He's going for another hug. I mean,
Big push. Oh, Stella Nyx.
He's grown that hair since the last time we've seen Twitch. I can assure you that is his real hair as well. 100% real hair.
Stella Nyx not having any of this silly nonsense by Twitch.
Well, she needs to go back. So she's a part of DNT.
And a former tag team champion.
Don Nyx and Target, absolutely former tag team champion. So she's as serious as they come. And having to take on Twitch, double knees to the midsection, very athletic. Was once a massive fan favourite here in ESPW before turning her back on Lizzie Maximus. She was part of the retrogrades, turned her back, new attitude, joining in with someone you know quite well, the old Don, and Chris Target.
Yeah, it's, Chris Target and I are no strangers, and yeah, definitely me and the Don have had our time together, and thankfully some time apart. And, here we go, Stella Nyx keeping the momentum going.
Can Nyx be the one to break the Twitch winning streak? I mean, this is a legendary winning streak.
Goes for the hug.
Poked him in the eye.
That's
kick in the midsection. It was a scream. I went deaf momentarily.
Here we go. Crossroads.
I mean, can a scream blind you? Because I think that scream blinded me. I didn't know what was happening. I mean, poor Twitch. I mean, he's got to look after his hair. He's meticulously braided that hair for this match. Nyx, she got tangled in the hair, but you are right, a dragon sleeper on Twitch, and his winning streak could be over. This is one of the most unusual winning streaks in EPW history. I mean, Twitch is on a roll.
On a massive roll. Here she goes for another hug.
The braids in his mouth. I mean, he's got that. He's grown that hair out. It could backfire on Twitch.
Off the second, goes for the crossbody, but Twitch might not be all that strong, but he's definitely strong enough to catch her on the shoulders.
He just lifted Nyx on his shoulders.
Going for a spin.
It was nothing. Aeroplane spin. Get the frequent flyer miles.
Surely we're going to get a hug now.
They're all dizzy. They've been going around in circles. They've been waiting for an opening on the runway. Hang on, the referee has been hugged. That Nick Green there, the referee.
Yeah, Nick Green, the ref, getting a nice hug. He's like, what's going on? Super kick party!
To the heart.
Yeah. Only good for a 2 count.
I mean, Twitch couldn't do that to Stella Nyx. She doesn't have one.
One thing that we know about Twitch, because there's nothing really in his head, it's pretty hard to knock him out.
I don't think you want to target the head of Twitch, would you? That would not be a strategy. I think you'd probably want to target... I mean, Stella Nyx is targeting the head. Maybe a different strategy could be required because Twitch is on that winning streak. A winning streak that nobody ever thought they would see. I mean, we don't know where this man goes for months at a time. He turns up for a while here in ESPW. He vanishes, he grows his hair, he comes back. Maybe he's gone to a birthday party, he rolls through. Definitely the most crossbody, no one was there. No one, Stella Nyx nowhere near.
Yeah.
And Twitch is out. The win streak is in huge, huge jeopardy.
Goes to the boot. Schoolboy.
I mean, we may need to get a close-up of a shocked fan's face here when this streak is over of Twitch's.
Here's the hug!
The big hug.
The big hug.
He's trapped both arms. That's what I've noticed by Stella Nyx can't escape. He's trapped both of her arms.
You love to see it. kindness and
He's
wrestling.
looking for the Twitch driver. The Twitch driver.
No one's ever kicked out of this in 2024. In 2025, this roll continues.
The streak continues.
The question I've got now is, at what point does he get
Hang on,
a
he's lost some
Pride
of his hair.
Championship? He lost his hair.
He's lost some hair. It's gonna be months before we see Twitch again to get that hair to grow back. He's lost half his hair. Now Twitch is on a 5 matches without a loss. This is absolutely incredible. 13 years this man has been working hard, and it's finally paying off. We have reached our main event for Neon Genesis Night 1, a tag team match with huge implications here this evening. We have Robbie Hart teaming up with Delcano to take on the ESPW Pride Champion Noah Green, and teaming with him Ryan Rivers. Mr. Main Event, he's back in the main event once again.
The big boy, and you know, one thing I've just observed here is Noah Green is wearing the wrestling attire of Ryan Rivers. Hopefully that is not a sign of how he is treating this match. He has to be serious. Hopefully it's just for a little bit of fun, but he's actually treating this matchup as important. Robbie Hart, an absolute legend, a veteran in Australian wrestling. I can't stand the guy, but you know, you can't take away his accomplishments and what a professional wrestler that he is.
You don't see eye to eye with Robbie Hart, is that what you're saying?
No, not particularly, no.
So Ryan Rivers, they've told me Ryan Rivers and Noah Green, Mr. and Mr. Main Event, because if you come to ESPW, if you look at the past 12 months, the main event has almost always featured one of Ryan Rivers or Noah Green. Ryan Rivers himself, 308 days as Pride Champion, 13 successful defences before finally relinquishing the championship, and it was Noah Green who was successful in defeating Jordan Bishop to become Pride Champion at the tail end of 2024 at Date with Destiny.
That is correct, and that crossbody there by Ryan Rivers wasn't quite enough to get the win, but carrying on that momentum, tagging in the Pride Champion Noah Green. These guys have never been a tag team before.
Well, they have, they told me.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, one time before, undefeated as a tag team. They made sure to let me know. One previous tag, undefeated.
I'm going to be Jerry Lawler here. You definitely tells, because they don't really look too coherent together yet. A bit of a discussion of what they've got to do. Obviously not polished as a tag team, but in the singles competitors in their own right, they are some of the best in ESPW. I mean, geez, Noah Green is the best in ESPW. The Pride Championship proves that.
That creates some sort of super team, so they may not have the fluency of a regular team. Hey, what's Blake Walker doing out there? We've seen enough of Blake Walker. Ultra was amazing, but Blake Walker, what are you doing? I mean, Robbie Hart was a man who you defeated in the quarterfinals of the Invitational tournament. He kind of feels like he was a little bit overlooked as well. He feels like he's been around EPW, he's been around Australian wrestling, he's won championships all over Australia, and he feels like he was getting towards reawakening and being a little bit overlooked in EPW and now in ESPW as well.
Look, I feel like if he wasn't always resorting to dirty tactics and you know, dishonouring the sport, that maybe he would have more opportunities come his way. And you'd think after 20 plus years of professional wrestling that he would have learned his lesson, but of course not. And here we go, Delcano, another man that I absolutely cannot stand. But what?
Is there anyone you do get on with, Hayden Zenith? It feels like everyone this evening you've had some sort of problem with. I mean, you have some sort of problem with me. What's going on?
Oh no problems with you, Casey. Me and Noah Green get along pretty well, but what I was saying before is that, oh my goodness, I'll get back to it in a sec. A couple of big vicious forearms by Noah Green, goes for an arm drag, but we know that Delcano is known for his luchador. Goes for the cover, 1, 2, big kick out. Robbie Armstrong on the point, and Delcano with the head spring. A little bit of showmanship there by him, but that's not going to win you a match.
He used to be a fan favourite in EPW, Delcano. These fans love Delcano, a high-flying, exciting competitor. And since we've turned his back on these fans, what happened there, Hayden Zenith?
Oh, well, you know, a bit of jealousy. There was someone in a team with him that was a little bit better, and he couldn't stand it. So, you know, kind of sounds a bit like Taylor King. Big kick to Noah Green, but he's too clever for it. Spins him around. Huge shot Delcano almost knocked off his feet.
Hang on, I can see he's got the equalisers out there. He's got Dylan Black and he's got Blake Walker. It's almost a 4-on-2 handicap match. I mean, we've got referee Robbie Armstrong. Where's Jared Stiles? Where's our other refs? I think for this main event, we should have all of our referees out there at ringside.
I think so. It's probably a pretty smart idea.
I mean, I know we might have to up their pay a little bit, but I think it's worth it for a main event of this calibre.
Well, surely the match committee could do something to ensure that they're not going to be out there banned from ringside. Drop kick right to the spleen. Big kick out by Delcano.
I mean, Robbie Armstrong, he's checking his watch here in this main event. I mean, there's no time limit, I believe. No time limit in our main event.
No, there actually is. This main event has a 20-minute time limit. There are time limits. Only Ultra has no time limits. And here he goes. Noah Green holds on. Delcano thinks he's got the best of him, but he does not. Noah Green shaking his head.
And
up and over onto the floor.
On the floor. And Delcano's the #1 contender for the Pride Championship as well. #1 contender. He defeated Ryan Rivers with some help from Blake Walker.
Don't do it.
Destiny.
Don't do it, Noah. There's people in the way. You don't want to hurt anyone just to win the match. Don't do it, Noah.
It's sold out this evening. Delcano's helpless. He's
on a chair. Oh my goodness! He shattered a chair and he's gone straight through the curtain. Has Robbie Hart?
He's gone through the wall of the arena.
Oh my goodness! Pulled him back through.
The Malaga Dome is destroyed.
We're lucky that no one in attendance was hurt after that suicide dive. Huge risk taken by Noah, and you know what? Was it worth it? Clearly, it wasn't.
Zenith, check the insurance.
I don't wanna. Here we go. Hot shot by Delcano.
Sorry fans, if your tickets have doubled when you come to the next show, you'll know why. Delcano with a springboard moonsault. This man is incredible between those ropes. The fans don't like him. You don't like him very much, Zenith. I'm not sure I like him very much, but between those ropes, he's a terrific competitor, and he is the #1 contender for Noah Green's Pride Championship. When we're going to see that matchup, we don't know as of right now, but somewhere down the line, Delcano has a Pride Championship opportunity.
He made a mention earlier on today that when he's ready for that title shot, he will call his shot. Kind of sounds like someone else that I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just a title shot. I think the matchmaking committee might put you in there. I'm not sure you quite get to call your own shot, but we'll see. Maybe if you've got the influence of your equalisers, maybe if you go in, flex your muscles a little bit, have Blake Walker by your side, maybe you get to call the shots a little bit. Yeah, maybe you get to pick your own matches.
Here we go. Delcano, Robbie Hart, they seem to be working really well together here.
Well, two very, very experienced competitors. They have the experience advantage over Ryan Rivers and Noah Green. Double stomp to the lowest line.
Yeah, mushroom stomp, shades of Paul London, pulls him in, goes for the cover. 1, 2, and yep, couldn't get it done. Didn't quite cut the mustard, that stomp.
Robbie Hart just with straight right hands to the top. Robbie Armstrong needs to gain control. You have to count of 5 to get off your opponent if you're using a closed fist, if you're on the ropes. It's the referee's discretion. I'm sure we don't really like seeing disqualifications or countouts here in ESPW. We try and get definitive winners. Back elbow by Robbie Hart. Another person with just so much experience. Just somebody as well who maybe feels a little bit underappreciated, who maybe feels like he should be in a higher position than he is, and the only way he's going to do that is by getting some wins on the board. It's okay to talk the talk. It's okay to say you feel underrated and you feel disrespected and you don't feel you're getting the just desserts that you absolutely deserve. But what you have to do is put the wins on the board.
That's absolutely right. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit caught up in the action here. Robbie Hart, absolutely vicious. Delcano, boot up, sending in Ryan Rivers. Oh, he catches it. Is he going for an ankle lock?
I've never seen that before. Ankle lock on the tag team partner waiting on the apron. Is no longer holding the tag rope, which you have to do in a tag team matchup. I can see, well, I was going to say Noah Green was holding the tag rope, but he's let it go. He's yelling at Robbie Armstrong to gain control because Ryan Rivers has been in that corner for far longer than the 5 count that you're allowed. But when you're out there, like in any professional wrestling match, it's easy watching on. It's easy to criticize. When you're in there, it is all action. It's all happening.
This is one thing I don't like about Delcano, always running his mouth. can never just keep his eyes focused on the prize. He's always going to sling some insults like he's doing to Noah Green. Look, he's doing it again!
Well, his prize, he wants to be the ESPW Pride champion again, and he was champion for over 700 days. So he claims that he's the best Pride champion in history. Whether that's true or not, well, it's up to you, the fans, to decide. I mean, Ryan Rivers, 308 days, 13 defences, perhaps could claim that he's the best champion. Delcano was the longest champion.
Here we go, he's going to get that tag. The momentum's in their favour after that German suplex. But Robbie Armstrong's not looking. It's an illegal tag.
Robbie, he has called it. He has called it as well. Aiden Zenith,
Robbie Armstrong, just let it keep on going.
Former tag team champion, you know all the tricks of the trade.
Robbie Armstrong sending him out. Delcano finally thinks it's a good time now to capitalise on Ryan Rivers. Spent way too long just looking and observing as to what's happening.
Zena, this is why I said we needed all our referees out here. I mean, it does feel 4-on-2, and it felt like it was the time for the Neon Thrill Seeker to make his way in the ring. Ryan Rivers is in deep, deep trouble.
Even if they're not interfering, getting involved in the match, their mere presence is a distraction.
It's definitely a distraction because you're trying to keep an eye on 4 different people at the same time. Even in a tag team match, it's hard enough to keep your eyes on 2 different opponents. That's what makes tag team matches so different. You're not just focused on one match. You can see your opponent, you know where they are. Someone could be behind you, someone could be attacking you from behind, and that's just when it's 2-on-2. When it's 4-on-2, you don't know what's going to happen from those 2 people on the outside. It can distract you, it can take you out of your game. I can definitely see it's affected Ryan Rivers because he is taking a lot of punishment.
Snap suplex, goes for the cover, just a 2.
And I mean, this has implementations here because we do have Delcano scheduled for a Pride Championship match. I mean, this is just me personally, I'd love to see Ryan Rivers versus Noah Green for the Pride Championship. We could have Delcano versus Noah Green. We could have Robbie Hart versus Noah Green. We could have any other of our competitors from what we saw before. Manu versus Noah Green. So many amazing opportunities for Noah Green to defend his championship. Robbie Hart's on the top.
On top.
Oh, hang on. He's headbutted him.
Tag, here comes Noah Green.
He's seen it.
Delcano has no idea. Clothesline. Goes to the back elbow. The momentum is in the favour of Noah Green. Ducks the line off the ropes. Yeah, finally the arm drag.
He knocked Robbie Hart down. I don't know if you saw it. He's nipped up as well. What an exciting young prospect that Noah Green is.
And Robbie Hart deserved it.
Spinning splash.
Shades of Tyler Jacobs here. He's gone up, step off, into the suplex.
And that is a unique manoeuvre. I've never seen anyone else deliver that manoeuvre except for Noah Green. Off the ropes into an underhook suplex, making his way to the top rope. Has lots of aerial manoeuvres.
Quite a fair distance. Can he make the reach? He sure can.
That hit Delcano on the mask here. Hooks the leg. Did you see the butcher's grip as well by Noah Green? Incredible wrestling. Didn't just hook the leg, hooked the head, gripped his hands together. This is someone who is doing an outstanding job between those ropes as Pride Champion.
Something you would expect from the Pride Champion. Oh my God. Come on, Robbie Armstrong.
TKO to the knee KO by Delcano.
Lifts him up. What's he going for here?
Sky Twister DDT!
Oh my goodness!
Delcano busting out Lucha Extravaganza.
What a lazy pin.
Saved by Ryan Rivers. Mr. and Mr. Main Event hanging in there and delivering. This is Neon Genesis Night 1. Folks, we've got a Night 2 to come as well. Stay on that YouTube. Make sure you click Night 2 after this as well. What a main event we're having here.
Spine Buster! Pulls him over.
Robbie Armstrong's
Come on, Robbie Armstrong's going to be a bit more quicker than that too. That could have been a 3.
He's been out here for a lot of matches.
Yeah,
I mean, our referees get tired as well. It's very, very hot. Roundhouse kick from Hart. He could have knocked Ryan Rivers out. I mean, folks, we just can't tell you how hot it is this evening. Michinoku driver.
That has done some serious damage. You can see it in his face.
I think Rivers is done for the evening. He's out. He's out of here.
There was something really awkward about the way that he landed just there.
Well, his neck broke his fall. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Robbie Hart is vicious this evening. He's got a point to prove. He has a point to prove with Delcano.
He's doing the twirl. What's he calling for? Is he doing a moonsault? Delcano doing a moonsault?
I mean, they're both very, very athletic. I mean, Noah Green looks in a lot of trouble standing on the hands.
And Delcano just insulting the fans by stomping the mat to try and not get their support. Rose up top. Come on, where's Rivers? Here he is.
How is he back? He's back in with a palm strike. He's
another
recovered.
palm strike.
Big boy palm strike. Delcano is in a prone position. The straps are coming down. It's all happening here. The tension, the buzz, the drama, the atmosphere in the Malaga Dome. Exploder suplex.
Onto Robbie Hart. Oh my goodness.
Exploder. Which seems to have made Delcano do some sort of Liger kick into Robbie Hart. Flipping neckbreaker.
You beauty.
Oh, so close.
Only two.
This match has been absolutely incredible here at ESPW Neon Genesis Night 1. This is just Night 1 of Night 2. Every single show keeps raising the bar here at the School of Professional Wrestling, the explosive School of Professional Wrestling. Noah Green saying it is over. Could be looking for the Neon Destroyer. That's how he won the championship.
Dylan Black gets knocked off the apron again. Another distraction. Robbie Armstrong's going to cause some order in this match. Enziguri, I think he might have broke his nose there.
It can be very painful. You don't want to get hit with an enziguri on the nose. It's going to require some surgery. Could be bleeding everywhere.
Up he goes. Goes for the double bounce moonsault. Was it the best? Not quite, because Noah Green moved out of the way, but he's pulling him in.
Here he is, Neon Destroyer!
Here he goes! Oh, absolute beauty. But Robbie Hart with the tag, and I don't think Noah Green's aware.
He's
awkward pin.
This match would be over. Big splash. Frog splash from Robbie Hart, the darkest splash. Noah Green did not see it coming.
Oh my goodness, Robbie Hart has pinned the ESPW champion, the Pride champion.
What does this mean, Hayden Zenith? I mean, Delcano's the #1 contender for the Pride Championship. Robbie Hart has just pinned the Pride champion. I mean, Robbie Hart has said he's feeling underappreciated. He's saying he's feeling underrated, but he's backed it up, he's delivered, and he's pinned the champion. What does this mean for the Pride Championship?
I think we're going to find out. He's calling for the belt. He's doing a little signal around his waist.
I mean, he's the only one who's up. He's been an Australian champion before. He's looking to add the Pride Championship to his list of accomplishments. I mean, it would make him the top person in ESPW. If you are the Pride champion, you are who people come and pay to see here at ESPW. Delcano's up as well. They are victorious as a team. Like I said, I don't know what this means for the future of the Pride Championship. I mean, Noah Green has just been handed the champion. He's still the championship. He's still the champion because it's a tag team match. But what's Delcano saying to Robbie Hart? I mean, Delcano's the #1 contender. Robbie Hart pinned the champion.
There's definitely like a disagreement between those two and Robbie Hart.
All right, you bunch of dogs. I've got something I want to say. What? Who was the winner? Right here, baby. Right here. I've been in this business a long time. 20 bloody years. 20 years! How many people back there can say they've been in this business for 20 years? Huh? It's come to this. Don't famous for that nasty yet. Keep people know who I am. I am the Gothic icon. I am the Gothic soul. I'm a two-time National Australian champion, and you people will respect me.
The crowd agreeing with Robbie Hart. I never thought I'd see the day.
I bloody well dance. So you know what green, blue, pink, whatever your stupid name is. I've got an announcement to make for you, buddy. Tomorrow night, in this very ring, you and me, for the Pride Championship.
The challenge has been laid down. Robbie Hart, Noah Green. Pride Championship, Night 2, Neon Genesis. The challenge has been laid down.
That is a huge matchup tomorrow night.
I think he's accepted the challenge.
He has indeed.